Manchester United yesterday beat Rangers 2-0 in Scotland, but it was Amad Diallo who stole the show. Amad Diallo is the right winger that Manchester United have been crying out for. He's electrical on the ball, he glides past defenders, and his ability to score goals is second to none. Whilst he was on loan, we saw him score numerous goals like the ones he scored yesterday, and I feel like this is just a little glimpse of things which are yet to come from Amad Diallo. I feel like the future is bright for Diallo, and I hope Erik ten Hag keeps him in the side, which hopefully he does by the comments that he made. Alright, point number 2. It felt as if the world was watching and waiting for him to slip up, but Manchester United's Leny Yoros showed his quality on the ball and in defence in the 45 minutes that he played yesterday. His composure yesterday was amazing, having completed 44 out of 48 passes in the first half. Leny Yoros was magnificent for Manchester United. That stat should really be 45 out of 48 at least, because that one pass he made was actually Johnny Evans' fault, and I feel like that comes with time, because remember, he's only had one training session with his group of players, and over time he will know like if this player is going to step up and take that ball. Because I feel like if it was Lisandro Martinez, he would have grabbed that ball and driven forward and played another pass, and it would have been another completed pass for Leny Yoros. Although it was just 45 minutes, I'm so excited to see what Leny Yoros brings to this Manchester United side, because he definitely raises the physical level of this team and also the technical ability in this team. There was a moment in the game where Leny Yoros picks the ball up and plays a beautiful diagonal pass, and I feel like that in itself was just amazing, because Luke Shaw will benefit off that, the Manchester United wingers will benefit off that, Bruno will benefit off that, and I feel like we've really got a gem there, man. Not only was it his passing ability and his ability to just stay composed on the ball and even without the ball, but it was his ability to run back and make these amazing tackles. There was a moment in the game where Leny Yoros really shows his stride and his ability to tackle in the box, where he makes amazing last-minute ditch tackle and he stops a goal from pretty much happening. I'm excited to see how Leny Yoros gets on in the next few games. This is just pre-season, so we have to keep that in mind. But I feel like he'll be good if he's managed correctly. Manchester United have been crying out for a midfielder, and I feel like they've got one. Manchester United have been crying out for a midfielder who can just keep the play simple and keep the ball ticking, and really it's been there in Toby Collier. Toby Collier was signed from Brighton's academy, and he's now 21 years old, and he has been given the chance by Erik ten Hag to shine this pre-season. We saw Erik ten Hag talking to him after the FA Cup final, just like he was talking to Menu after the Carabao Cup final, and I hope Toby Collier is the next one up. Already from the 45 minutes I've seen him yesterday and the 45 minutes from the first game, he looked very composed on the ball. He looked better than Casemiro. We're going to talk about Casemiro, but Toby looked composed on the ball, and his passing was just clean and simple, and sometimes that's all a team needs. Sancho is back after, I think, like 400 days. He has returned to Manchester United's football team, and you know what? It wasn't the most bright, sparkling performance, but I feel like it was alright. It wasn't anything where I'm like, oh my god, we've got an absolute world beater here. But Jadon Sancho looked composed on the ball, he looked tidy, and he looked clean. And his link-up play was always amazing, but it looked very good yesterday. I still expect a lot from Jadon Sancho, and I hope he can deliver this season, because I would love for him to be a star at Manchester United, because ever since he signed, man, I've just felt like we just haven't got enough from him. But I really hope, man, I really pray that this season he just shines, and it's the Jadon Sancho that we saw at Borussia Dortmund all those years ago. Casemiro must go. Casemiro must be sold this summer. I feel like the age factor is finally catching up to him, and the Brazilian veteran must go. In the last 2 games that we've seen him, he has just not looked composed. For someone who's been playing football for years in many finals, he's just not there. Like, he's just a shadow of himself. He looks reckless in every tackle that he makes. Yesterday, I felt like he was going to injure one of our players again, and his passing is just not very good anymore. So I don't really see what he offers to this team anymore, besides really leadership skills. But even those have to be questioned, because when he was dropped in the FA Cup final, he decided not to turn up. I think there's a decision to be made about Casemiro, but I personally would sell him. Let me know what you guys would do. Hopefully Saudi can come by and take Casemiro off us and give us some good amount of money, because I don't see how Casemiro gets into this team when Mainu's playing, or if you sign Ugarte, and his just level of quality is just not there anymore. Let me know what you guys think. Like always, subscribe, go follow all my socials, and let me know how Manchester United will get on in the next preseason games. See you in a bit.